Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I am very pleased to see you all. Thanks for coming to this presentation. Let me introduce myself to you. My name is Lilis Putri, and I am from Syariah Economic UN SUNAN KALIJAGA YOGYAKARTA. Today, I would like to discuss about economic growth in Indonesia. Title: Indonesia Economic Growth in the Tourism Sector. Next. What is economic growth and the tourism sector? Economic growth is an increase in output or an increase in aggregate national income within a certain time. Meanwhile, the tourism sector can be defined as a sector that can be developed and cultivated from the potential of resources and tourists to provide a driving force for economic growth. Next. What happened to Indonesia economic growth in the past year? Indonesia economic growth in 2020 experienced a very severe deficit. This is evident by the number of Indonesian imports, which fell by around 30.7% in a short period of time, namely January-March 2000. Many 15 flights were cancelled during January-February, and it is estimated that Indonesia economic growth will decline by approximately 20.3%, reaching minus 0.4% due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Even the Indonesian economy, which grew slower by around 2.97%, occurred in the first quarter of 2020. While in 2019, Indonesia was in the fourth quarter, which means it experienced a decline of around 2.41%. Next. Indonesia tourism sector development. Gross domestic product in the tourism sector continues to increase from year to year. Indonesia tourism sector provides 10% of the global gross domestic product, so that tourism is one of the largest industries in the world. In 2007, tourist visits had exceeded 901 million people. In 2008, increased by 2.0% to 919 million people. Next. What is the relationship between economic growth and the tourism sector? Economic growth and the tourism sector have a very close relationship and influence each other. This is evidence from the report of the World Tourism Organization, which states that visits throughout the world in the last 3 years have reached 1 million per year. This makes the government have to focus to increase the country's tourism so that economic growth can also be achieved. Next. The development of tourism in Indonesia. The tourism sector is considered capable of being a sector that must be developed. This decision is supported by the fact that the tourism sector accounts for 10% of global domestic product, so that tourism is considered the largest industry in the world. In 2007, Indonesia received foreign channels from the tourism sector amounting to 5.346 US dollar. Then decreased in 2009 by 14.4%, equivalent to 6.318 US dollar millions, and equal to 6.74% of world tourist income. The Indonesian state is always considered to be able to take advantage of existing tourism properly as state income. Next. What are the influence and contribution of the tourism sector to Indonesia economic growth? The tourism sector always has an impact that can be felt directly or indirectly in the economy, namely being able to create jobs for community, redistribution of income, and a strengthening of the balance of payment due to tourist spending, which has an impact on increasing state income. Foreign exchange earning or balance of payment has a stimulating effect on certain product, stimulating the government sector, stimulating tax visited that tourism can also enjoy rich state investment. Next. Summary and recommendation. Although the tourism sector is not the only sector that determines economic growth, the tourism sector is considered capable of being a support and a source of foreign exchange for the country. The tourism sector is expected to make a significant contribution, especially for the regions, namely increasing regional income and opening new jobs in the regions. With the many positive impact given from the tourism sector, it is fitting for a level of society to be able to maintain and improve tourism in Indonesia so that it is more famous and visited by many domestic and foreign tourists. Next. Thank you and see you next time. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.